All right. Welcome, everybody. We are all together tonight to talk about next week's IPMS USA Nationals in Omaha, Nebraska. We're joined tonight by an all-star crew. Most of us are here. Some of us are still arriving. We've got TJ Haller. We've got John Bonani. We've got Darren Cook. We've got Mike Basquette. We've got Doug Smith. We got Grant Mayberry. We got Andrew Frill. And we are working on trying to get His Highness Ivan Jensen Taylor worked out. And Mike, I think we're expecting Dave Knights as well, right?
Is that him in the box?
No. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Is anybody excited for next week? I know I'm just going insane. It's going to be so much fun.
I know we are.
What's next week?
Yeah. What's next week?
Long ass drive for something.
Yeah.
Mike, y'all are driving out as well, huh?
Yes, we are.
Oh man, when are y'all leaving?
I hope to leave Dave's driveway by 5:30 a.m. Wednesday.
Okay, y'all come in a little bit later in the week then.
So
Okay.
we'll get there dinner hours probably.
Yeah.
So we're hoping, barring no.
Just in time for happy hour.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
Well, Grant, I don't think I've met you.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm the new Posse guy, so you can go ahead and start making fun of me like they do.
Welcome to the Mad Parade.
Dude, we haven't even made you carry around the pink backpack yet.
I'm from California. I do that already. Don't worry about it, man.
We in my squadron, the Nuggets, when they checked in, when you're coming out of aircrew school and you go to the RAG and you get conditionally qualified in your position, you get to your squadron. Well, you're not fully qualified yet, and until you were qualified, we had to wear pink Care Bear backpacks for a while. So we had to carry our NATOPs in the pink, and we even had a pink Care Bear patch that we had to wear.
Perfect.
I know when I was in the Army, we used to make brand new second lieutenants go out and try and get a box of grid squares or an exhaust sample from a Bradley or a 113, have them stand next to an exhaust pipe with a trash bag while we rev the engine on them. Go find a prick E8,
It worked for a while, and then the higher up said, "Yeah, guys, that doesn't look good. You got to knock that off." And so we got rid of the backpacks, but we kept the patch.
Well, TJ, you got to be excited just not to have to go to work in this heat for a few days, brother.
Yeah. I'm on vacation mode at work right now, and I'm sure my crews really love me because I'm not there mentally, and they know. So I'm like, yeah, you guys can worry about this next week while I'm not here, and Evan, my buddy Evan is gonna fill in for me while I'm gone. I'm like, yeah, you got it, Evan. Don't even worry about it. So they'll be all right. But yeah, God, we leave Ivan, who's I don't think he's here.
I'm here audibly.
Oh, there he is. There's my girl. We leave it. Our plane takes off at 5:22 this Saturday to head out to John, and we get in, I think, in Denver at like 7:30. So we get in like early as hell. So it's gonna. I'm super stoked. Ivan's coming over to my house Friday. I'm gonna pick him up after work. Gotta treat him right. Gonna go out to dinner and have a good old time.
See, it's weird. This sounds all so far away, but as soon as this is finished, I leave for the airport.
You excited?
It's weird. It doesn't feel quite real. It's a bit odd. But yeah, I'm buzzing. I've been buzzing for like 200 odd days since I first booked my ticket. But yeah, it's as soon as I'm on the plane, I'll chill out. Like, it's just getting all that fuss out of the way to begin with.
Remember Ivan Tito's.
All right. Well, I think Knights is trying to get in. So, JB, let's go to you, and we're gonna do, I think, a reveal, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to go mute here real quick on mine, and then I'm going to transfer to my phone, so bear with me if you see an audio cut out. This is Robbie Knopf's A4 for the ModelGeeks. We already did his M4 A3 Sherman for us, so I will go on mute. Give me about 5 seconds to do the transfer, and we'll get right to it.
Double cam, very snazzy.
Yeah, he's set up.
He's a pro.
All right, here we go. So I feel like this might be a bad sign.
Oh,
Oh, and Robbie's watching. Robbie's watching.
I just
Canadian
winced.
Post.
Never write fragile on the box.
If you've seen Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the first one, in the beginning
the
when
box.
he's kicking the box.
It's French. It's fragile.
Yeah, it's we have some issues.
We have fixing to do.
Not too bad.
No, we can fix it.
Not bad. Let's get it out. All right.
can-
Give me a sec.
You can rebuild.
Fragile must be Italian. All right. Well, this is awkward because I don't want to break it. So,
I think that's taken care of.
I don't want to break it anymore.
oh boy. Okay. Well, we're just gonna take this easy. A little spin action. Okay, we got it out. Ooh, that looks nice.
Oh,
Oh, we can fix that.
Looks
Yeah.
fixable. Let's put that down there. And then, yeah. So, got a drop tank. Got a pylon. Oh, this is not bad. And the stabs came off pretty cleanly, so those will
Oh yeah.
This is fixable. Not sure what the Canadian was thinking in terms of zip tying it to the box.
He says you'll need side cutters.
Well, okay. So, well, the bombs look like a pretty clean break too. So,
He says Whitey and Frill can wrench that shit.
we'll give it to the Navy as they can fix it. Let's see, where'd the gear go?
Robbie,
You have an
let,
airframer.
let me back up to that. Whitey and Frill were air crew. Okay, they were not wrenching anything.
Well, we wrenched before while we were air crew. as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
so.
and then you threw your wrench away, traitor.
All right, well, all fixable. It's doable. Yeah, but it looks great. Here, we'll get closer. Yeah, it's nice.
No, that can be fixed. That's
Yeah.
easy day.
Awesome build, Robbie.
beautiful finish.
Yeah. Nice. The pitot tube didn't break off. That's good. Neither did the tail hook.
So what's the fuel probe on the sides? All intact?
All intact.
Up on the nose there?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Fair dues.
all right.
That is
Well-
that is a cool scheme.
All right.
It is. I love that skin. I followed his build on that. It's really, really cool.
All right.
All right, JB, I'm going to kick
Fly
this,
out of
and
this.
We'll see if we can get Dave. There we go. Can see if we can get Dave in here, and let's see. Here we go. All right. So, Darren, how are you and Frill getting to the show? You guys driving, flying? Where'd you guys end up?
Well, I'm driving. I'm actually riding out with El Presidente, our club president here. We're going to leave Monday, probably around the noon, 1 o'clock hour, and start heading out that way to a 2-day trip, and get in there Tuesday in the late afternoon. That's the plan. So we will have the truck with the gear and whatever else needs to be carried out there, and of course the 3 air crewmen are flying. So.
Yeah, we're on. Got the only direct flight out of DCA, so we got that. I think we fly out we leave here 4:30 or so on Tuesday, and we get into Omaha I think around 6:30.
All right. Welcome, Dave. Welcome to the show.
It's Kentucky Dave.
All right. Well, Darren, I'm going to blow you up. I think you've got a reveal to share with us too. Don't
Yeah, I do. And all right, first I want to apologize. I'm not as fancy as JB with the extra cameras and all that stuff. I mean, I didn't set up for that. I probably should have, but I do. I've got a parcel here from Lee Edmond. And Lee is from Mount Clear, Australia. About an hour and a half west of Melbourne. So he's way down south. And this took, let's see, this was shipped from Australia back, where's the date? A while back. It took like 15, 20 days to get here. But there it is. And it don't rattle.
That's a good sign.
So, I went ahead and cut this just a second ago. And inside, let's see if I can do this here over and so everybody can see. There we go. A box in a box. And there's a nice little note here about, I'll read that a little bit later on. But I'm anxious to see what's inside the box. What's in the box, man? This is an A4D1. He's even labeled it the Airfix kit. Dated it. Oh, look at here. He's put a little history on the other side of the box as well. That's cool.
Nice.
That's cool. It says Airfix 176 kit with I think it's CTA decals. So anyway, let's see what this thing looks like. I'm always nervous to ship stuff, you know. Our buddy Sean over at Prime Model Works, he sells almost everything that he builds and ships it and has no problems. Wow.
Ooh, nice packing job.
Look at that.
Neat.
That is just as...
Wow.
That's crisp.
Robbie, did you see that?
Take notes, Robbie.
So there she is. Yeah, little 1/72 scale Airfix kit. Not a
Gorgeous.
Not a bit of damage.
Now, don't drop
That's
the
it.
damn thing.
That's genius.
Don't drop it now.
Yeah, no, I'll probably carrying it out to the truck to leave, right?
That's what I mean.
All right. Well, hey, Lee, thanks a ton, man. This is going to make it out. So, great job packing it. Great looking little kit. I can't wait to put it out on the table. Good stuff.
Awesome. Well, Mike and Dave, Mike, you said you guys are driving, but how many hours is it going to take from your location to get there?
Probably with a couple of nature stops and lunch, probably just shy of 11, I'm thinking.
We can do it faster than that.
I don't know, man. It's all you.
Hey, I drove the whole way last time in 2017.
So who has the heavier right foot, Dave or Mike?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Who has the heavier what?
Right foot.
Yeah.
I say Mike. I say Mike. Dave's an attorney, so you know he's gonna
get me out of it.
That's right.
Well, let me tell you a little story. When I bought my 1994 Supra Twin Turbo, I was age 35, and in the first 7 months of owning that car, I had 5 tickets, each over 100 miles an hour. No convictions, but 5 tickets.
That's the attorney part, right? All right, I change it. Sorry, Mike.
Well, we're not driving that car.
That's true.
There's only room for 2 people, and that's about it.
That's right.
A bunch of gas.
We couldn't even fit all the liquor we're bringing.
For the Mojo Dojo.
Yep.
That's right.
Well, let's scoot back over the Atlantic. Ivan, how many hours on the airplane until you meet up with TJ in DC?
Total flight now is about 9. I've got the 8-hour flight from Dublin to DC, but it's only about 40 minutes from Manchester to Dublin. And I shall be on that plane in less than 4 hours.
Wow.
So, talk about cutting it thin.
Yeah, so you're the first domino in this band knockdown.
It's a bit surreal. It's weird. It's crazy.
Well, we're looking for updates from the plane. I hope you have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's one of those. Everyone's like, "Oh, send tons of pictures." Soon enough, people are going to be blocking me. It's like, right, we get it. You're in America. Get a grip. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of pictures. Like every plate of food I eat, a picture. Just everything. Every street I walk down, a picture.
One thing you may need to know, Ivan, and that is the baked beans are not breakfast food here.
I beg to differ.
Nope.
I said here.
Yeah. Maybe just not the right baked beans.
No tomatoes either.
There's no mashed peas either.
Yeah.
Oh, I love mushy peas.
Mushy peas are good.
Oh, I love mushy peas. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
So since we were talking about the group builds, since we're a week out, I just pulled up our spreadsheet. Per my spreadsheet, which I don't think has everything. I think there's some stuff that I either it didn't make it on the list or I have not added as marked off as done. But we have 35 Shermans confirmed to be done, and I think all the ones I have on my list are all ones that are making it. There's, I think, maybe one or two that didn't get to make it, even though they were finished. So that's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Take this.
Yeah.
Don't zoom in on my face anymore, Scott.
My hat's off to you guys. So that y'all did a group build for Vegas too, right? So
Yeah,
y'all-
kind of.
Y'all had a little bit of practice with that first one, but y'all came out of the gate swinging with this one, and my hat's off to you. Good job with it, because y'all really had a lot of, and we're taking notes, because next year our group build for next year in San Antonio or San Marcos is going to be up another notch, thanks to you guys and what we've learned. So
the Vegas one, I don't think we planned that specifically for Vegas. I think we just wanted to do a group build, and then we were like, oh, hey, if you're coming to Vegas, bring your T-34. This one, Evan just said he'll have his done. I know you will, but I haven't marked you off yet. So if you bring yours, Evan, that'll be 36. He did. I mean, I think the last time he talked about it, he said he would have it done. Jackson, yeah, I don't have yours marked off either, even though I know that one's almost done because I've seen it. Yeah, so this one, I think right after Nats, I think the first time we talked, we were like, that's it, we got to do one like a full 4 Nats, and then we picked the Sherman, and then it was like 2 weeks later, they're like, oh, hey, guess what, the theme is the Arsenal of Democracy. I'm like, well, that kind of worked out. We picked Shermans because I like them, and there's a million Shermans out there, so we figured might as well.
Yeah, it's a great subject choice.
Look, there's the Podfather, Dave.
There he is.
Awesome. I think Podfather was waiting to clear some COVID protocols, and they should be getting on the plane soon, if I'm not mistaken. So that will be excellent. Well, Grant, you're going to kind of take a circuitous route to Nats. Tell us about your journey.
It just changed today, by the way. So I leave tomorrow morning, first thing, early, fly to Phoenix, then to New Mexico for a meeting for my company for a day. I turn around, fly out that night, back to Phoenix, to Dallas, to Boston for the next 2 Friday, Saturday for meetings for my company. Sunday off. I want to go see the Constitution. And then I have a meeting Monday in Boston again. And then I turn around and fly out first thing Tuesday morning at 5:40, like JB and everybody else. Or not JB, but TJ and Ivan. And I'm flying out like a 5:40 flight out of Boston to Dallas, then Dallas to Omaha. That'll get me there around 6 o'clock. So it's going to be a couple days of craziness for me before I get there.
But at least you get to see the Constitution.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It's on my list.
The Constitution is amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. All right. Well, JB, any latest breaking news from Nats? Are we all ready to go? Good to go?
Yeah, they're ready. All the vendor tables are sold out. There's over 1,000 people that have registered in one way, shape, or form for the show. That's entrants and their guests. So that number, by the way, is way more than any other show. And got a report today from the finance side that this show is looking as good, better than any other show at this point in time. It even beat their previous record in Omaha. So Omaha has a great track record of managing a nationals very well, and then also just putting on a show. And I think what we'll see is a massive show because of COVID. We're still, I think, going to see a lot of those entries that have been built 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that didn't go to Vegas. The East and Midwest have been waiting for a show. This is it. I think the Chicago contingent's going to be huge. Bottom line is it's going to be crazy. I cannot wait. It's going to be nonstop action, and there's great seminars. Great stuff's going to be on the table, and all around good fun. Hats off to Scott Hackney and his crew. They've been crushing it. So very excited.
If you've never been to Omaha for the convention, their facility is really, really nice.
It's perfect.
It is truly perfect for an IPMS USA size convention, with the 2 hotels on the end and the convention center in between, all attached. It's a really great facility.
Yeah, and what's cool is we're going to have the SAC Museum tour Thursday night. That's going to be a blast. I feel like I'm just paying to, it's a free trip to the museum with dinner included. I mean, it's like $20-$25. It was super cheap. So,
and they're opening up a bunch of cockpits.
Yeah, I think I climbed into B-36 last time, so it'll be great. And then Ivan can see his Vulcan when he's there.
They're sanding on the Vulcan right now. We talked to Scott last night. He said that he was out there and they're actually sanding on the Vulcan, doing a restoration.
And then go ahead.
Wasn't that the B-36? That's what Whitey was talking about wanting to climb on, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. Him and I are both looking forward to getting inside that B-36.
I stood at the one in Dayton in '88 when they had the convention. That was one of the aircraft they had open. One of the coolest things was to stand on the flight engineer's seat. They had the Astrodome popped off, and you could stick your head out of the top of the thing and look all the way back to the tail. It's mind-blowing how big it is.
Well, JB, you made a good point I didn't think of. The geography is going to mean we're going to get to meet a bunch of people we didn't meet last time we were listeners to all these shows of ours. So that's going to be cool.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be unbelievable. One of the other museums we're visiting on our way is a small museum called, oh gosh, I just looked it up and I forget. It's on the way to Omaha. It's honestly about halfway, which is great. And the Heartland Military Museum, that's it. And it's right off of I-80. So if you're coming from the west, about 4 hours before you get to Omaha, there is the Heartland Museum in Nebraska. Got it noted to us by Mark Bradley. And then Doug Reed from Portland is actually stopping there too. So I think there's going to be a mini Posse group meeting at the Heartland Museum on Tuesday as we make our way over to the Nats. There's a Bradley, a bunch of other stuff that we can climb all over. And, Ivan's super stoked to buy all the patches in the gift shop.
Oh, yeah. So, Doug, you're fresh off of a new batch of little snakes. How are you feeling about this trip?
I am super excited. I'm super tired because I've been spending every night trying to finish up the group builds, and I'm not getting a lot of sleep. But I'm stoked.
We're all like cramming for exams. I think we're all pretty tired. JB, what are you looking forward to more than anything else?
It goes without saying, all the people on the podcast right here, and all of our friends that we've met not only last year but virtually. You can scroll through the comments on this alone and see everybody that's saying that they're super excited to come. How many newcomers there are? I think that's going to be the coolest thing. The most impactful thing is seeing people that were, convinced to come to Nats based on all the hype that, everyone's been talking for the last year. I will say IPMS should be, and me and Dave, we're on the e-board, but I can tell you the IPMS e-board and the society itself really appreciates the spotlight on the event. And I think it goes without saying the podcasts and other social media influencers, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, have done a great job in promoting the show, showing the value of the show, and just showing how much fun it's going to be. And I cannot wait to get there and then have that moment where we're live and somebody else is live, so we're live together, and we break the matrix, and it's just going to be a great time. And and that's what it comes down to. There's going to be more fun had probably in the Embassy Suites atrium than anywhere else. So I'm smiles ear to ear. I am grinding to get work done on my bench, grinding to get work done at work. I told them today, they're like, "Oh, are you going to be available?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I will give you my phone number for an emergency, but don't talk to me." But it's going to be great, and I cannot wait for everybody to be there. I can't wait for Frodo to break my goddamn hand when he shakes.
I've been practicing not to shake so hard.
I'm doing a fist bump just so that
I mean, there's a lot of room between the dead fish handshake and what you gave me. A lot of room. On the live feed, somebody asked why do the Nationals ever get held in the Northeast? Too expensive.
And that's exactly the answer. The problem is that while we're a convention that requires a lot of space, as far as convention goes, we have a lot of convention goers for us, but not a lot for a normal convention. And so the Northeast is just prohibitively expensive to find a facility somewhere up there that can hold a convention at a price that the IPMS USA can afford. We'd love to. Every 4 or 5 years, one of the clubs up in the Northeast takes a look at it, and they just can't make the numbers work.
Yeah, I will echo that, but also say that there is a contingent in upstate New York near Albany that is exploring options for a future convention. But
I would love that.
It really comes down to, at least in the current structure too, it comes down to not only the venue, but also a club willing to do it. And that's an important delineation, is that the national organization doesn't have a strong hand in that right now, but we do see it on the horizon as a potential, thing that we would have to do. We only have one bid for 2024. What happens when there's no bids? So that's something we have to look out for.
Yeah.
All right, John, got a question for you, I think.
Oh yeah. So Mark, it's easy. The meet and greet will be Wednesday evening. That's off the books. We need to post it online. We need to get better about that.
We'll do that as well.
I owe people a poster, I think. But it'll be Wednesday night. I think it's going to be super casual, probably after the vendor room closes and people have, eaten dinner. And it's going to be a good time. Just hang out, chill, and get to meet us. And then on Thursday, before the SAC Museum, from 4 to 5:30, we're going to have a round table that's going to be recorded. And it's going to be a little bit more formal, I guess, because it'll be moderated and everybody will get a chance to speak. You'll see members from at least, one from each podcast, based on how many people there are in the Posse alone, that crowd hey, large up front. But,
you all require your own dais.
Yeah, we actually have a wing of the Embassy Suites.
Yeah.
So that's the Posse wing, the Posse floor.
When everybody's on the Posse, there won't be anybody left to listen to it.
Don't worry, Mike. You can still listen.
Yeah.
By the way, Mike, how's that trade proposal that we made for Knights for $1 million cash and a draft pick to be named later?
Well, I hadn't told him yet. So
hey, Scott, he'd sell me for an old Airfix kit.
Oh man, we overbid, man.
You sent it to me for free. Why did I need to do that?
Yeah, thanks. Mike, you're buying lunch tomorrow.
Okay.
I am
All right.
coming up for court, so I'll be there.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow lunchtime.
All right. Well, why we're kind of talking schedules and everything, I want to start with Darren. Darren, where are you guys going to be located for people to stop by and say hi to the geeks?
We are going to be right outside. We'll be sitting our booth right next to Sprue Brothers outside the vendor room. So you can't miss us as you come in. So.
Okay. And Mike and Dave, where are you guys going to be?
You come into the entry hallway between the two vendor rooms, turn right into that hallway, then turn right into the first vendor room, turn right again, and we're right there in that bottom left corner of the vendor room map. Hopefully facing about 45 degrees out in the room like you were at Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, y'all had a good spot back there in that little corner. You were right there. It was nice and cozy there.
Well, and it helps with recording too, because you get a curtain or something behind you, and it eats up the sound, the ambient background.
There's voice of Bob. Hey, Bob.
Bob. All right, and JB, where are we going to be at?
We're in the back right corner next to Edward. So come back to the party corner. Edward's in the corner. We're kind of right in front of him. There is Value Gear back there. We'll be having a booth with ammo. And then also BJ DeBecker, Panzer Concepts, and Scale Colors. So it'll be a party corner. Please stop by. Come by. We have swag for people, and it'll just be a good old time. But that's where we're at.
JB, is Edward bringing some Czechvar for refreshments?
That's a good question. I don't know Vlad that well. I need to get to know Vlad to see if he's going to be bringing some of that.
I did see there. I don't know how much truth there is to it, but the rumor floating around there might be some Wildcats available from Edward.
I saw that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is the current rumor.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be digging deep in those pockets.
All right, Jeff Lamb, who's a friend here in Utah, says we need the Nationals in Utah. I think just go back to what Dave and JB said. I think the first step is you got to get the local IPMS chapters to step up and put a group together and make a bid, right, guys?
Yeah,
Yep.
It's been done in Salt Lake before, many years ago.
That'd be awesome. Then Doug could bring all his snakes,
I'll have that be my vendor table.
Yeah.
Or you have a tour at your house.
Oh, Chris Wallace is making excuses for why he won't be there.
How you doing, Chris? Yeah, we were texting today about a build that Chris is working on right now. So looking good, of course, like we wouldn't expect anything different from Chris. So anyway, Robbie says it's cheaper to fly to the U.S. than Canada. So I think that relates to the Toronto one. All right, let's see. So we've talked about kind of our podcast meet and greet. We've talked about all that. How many of you guys are going to be judging?
Me.
Same here. Me.
Yeah, I'll be judging.
I think all the model geeks are judging.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll think of all of you while I'm eating my steak at the really nice steakhouse.
Actually, Dave, you're being conscripted. With the e-board is obligated to support that part of the show. That is in the bylaws. Not getting out of it.
My resignation will be on the desk in the morning. I do admire, listen, all kidding aside, the guys who give up their time, because that is, on Friday night at the National Convention, you would rather do anything than, have to go through judging. But that is a real slog, and I admire the guys who do it, and we couldn't have a contest without them. So I'm just not going to be the one doing it.
All right, John's got me interested in this Blue Angel news.
Yeah.
Wonder what he's got.
Yeah, I'm interested in that as well.
Oh,
Yeah, we got a former Blue Angel alumni person in the group.
That was a long time ago. in a place far, far away.
Once an angel, always an angel.
That's right. Tell us what you know, bearded one. Come on.
No, I'm anxious to hear as well. So,
All right.
we'll
Here's
see what he comes up with here in a second.
Mark wants to know who else is bringing a wad of cash. What are you guys looking forward to picking up? It sounds like the Wildcats are an early favorite. TJ, what will you be looking for?
I'm actually not looking for a whole lot. Probably books. I want more books. Of course, if I find a Machining Krieger, I love books. I've got a huge stack. You can't see them, but I got a huge stack over here of all sorts of books. Yeah, and if I see any Machining Krieger, I'll be getting some Machining Krieger. But yeah, for the most part, I don't know. I do have a wad of cash. Stopped by the scrapyard today, so that was fruitful, and taking all that with me. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, so John says it's not the F-35. There you go.
Oh, yep. She's 8. She'll be flying. Yep, I knew that. She's moving into the 6th position next year, I believe.
Wow.
So,
All right. Chris Wallace Evans offering you a ride to the show, it looks like.
Yeah.
You might need a blanket.
Darren, what are you going to be looking to buy?
Oh Lord, I just don't know. The Wildcat is one of my favorites. I'd like to pick that up if it's there. Other than that, I think it's just going to be the hard to find. If it shows itself, it's there. I'll grab it. Last year in Vegas, I walked out of there with a sheet of decals. That was it. So,
man, that's restraint. If you can do that, I do not have that type of restraint.
I did,
and it wasn't the one in the show.
No. I
show swag.
No, it wasn't. So, so of course this time I've got the truck there with Tim. So maybe I'll load up the bed of the truck. I don't know. We're just going to have to see how it plays out. So, not really looking for anything in particular.
All right, Ivan, did you secure that ocean-going crate to bring back a bunch of stuff from Nats?
I know before the show's even started, I've got quite a few from you. I've got quite a few from like the trade chat we've got. It's like, so I was originally going to ship it all over. That's going to be extortionate. I have a feeling it's going to be like a pallet. So I'm thinking I'm just going to buy like a burner suitcase when I'm over there that I could put all my stuff in and then just go back.
I used to do that when I went to Korea. Buy a burner suitcase so I could bring stuff back.
Yeah, both times I went to China, I did the same thing.
Yep.
Like,
I'm pretty sure I got one for you, Ivan.
Oh, nice. Because to get another suitcase on my flight is an extra 70 quid.
Oh,
I don't mind paying that because it's in comparison to what it'd probably cost to ship, especially if I win that 200 Yamato in the raffle.
What's that in real money, Ivan? Probably 70 quid. No, that's not a thing.
Probably about
$90.
Probably about $90. Yeah.
Not Monopoly money.
So,
Hey.
speaking of Monopoly money, I thought the same thing when I got my dollars changed. I was like, "What is this?"
It's all one. It's only 2 colors.
It's all the same size. It's weird, but I really like it.
Well, they're printing enough of them, so Lord knows.
That's right. It's true. Hey, just look at the euro right now. It's like below the dollar right now. So if you need anything from Europe, buy it now, guys.
It's a shame because for months I was keeping my eye on the pound exchange rate, and a couple of months ago it was like one pound was $1.35, and then the other day it was like $1.14. So it's taken, the pound's just crumbled. But I had to bite the bullet and just get the currency. Even though everywhere takes card.
Yeah.
Frill, what you hoping to come home from Nats with?
Kit wise, not a whole lot really. Like everybody else, the Edward Wildcat, but I'm sure there'll be something that I'll see and like, oh man, I want one of these, or I need one of these, and end up taking that back. But books mainly, I guess. Kind of want to get some, different books and reference material stuff. And just hanging out with everybody again. Had a good time hanging out with everybody at the last Nats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of books, I want to give a plug out there for our fine folks over at Detail and Scale. Are going to be out there. They're going to have their booth set up, and they got their new F-14 book out, which is awesome. So
yes, All their
So the
stuff
folks-
is really, really nice.
Yeah, Brock and Bert they're on point with that stuff. But check out that new F-14 book. We just downloaded it. The Geeks did, and Hagen Klaus was the brains behind that book, and he really knocked it out of the park, man. He's a walking encyclopedia when it comes to especially the early F-14s and the test birds.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Doug, what are you going to be bringing back? A third perfect grade Falcon in the cards for you?
Well, yeah, Bandai is at the top of my list. Bandai Star Wars stuff. If I can find any of the starfighters that have been kind of sparse lately, I'll happily bring them home. Looking at some bases, maybe. Was it Bases by Bill that was so great? Yeah.
Yeah.
Their stuff is awesome.
It's so cool, and it's such a good deal.
I was talking to him yesterday, as a matter of fact. I got a star base coming from my A4, and yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to him a little bit more about some other stuff when we get out there. But he's super people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as reference, and maybe some reference stuff, I actually kicked myself when the Geeks started their A4 build that I didn't get that A4 book that I saw last year, because it would have been perfect reference for the A4M.
Yeah.
Mike, what are you looking for?
If somebody's got that Scharnhorst turret from TACOM, I'm going to be picking that one up because I've got a little bit of a plan for that. And gosh, I don't know. I'm probably going to go over to UMM and buy a bunch of cool tools I didn't know I needed. Those guys haven't done a show in our region, and gosh, I don't know, when was it, Dave? Probably Indy before the pandemic.
So we haven't seen him in a long time, and he's always got something worthwhile. So probably gonna spend some money at his table. And God, we covered this on the pod, Dave. I think some bit of nostalgia I'll probably buy for another one of those projects. I don't know what yet, but I'll see it. I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah. Well, I usually go with a plan. I want to look for this or this or this. But when I get home from a convention, I've got stuff that wasn't on the list, wasn't even list adjacent. And I want to know if any of you all do what I do. And I'm just going to be honest and confess this. When I bring the stuff home, it's in like bags or in a suitcase. I don't unpack it for like a month and a half, and then I'll unpack it, and it's like having Christmas all over again.
Yeah.
Because you forgot that you had bought this item or that item, and you kind of get twice the joy out of it.
Well, Dave, what are you going to be bringing home from Natson? What are you looking for?
I'd like to get that Das Werk U9, which I've been lusting after. I ran into one in Vegas, but the problem was, getting that on an airplane, not easy. So I'm looking for that. I'd like to see if somebody's got the 4 S38 at a decent price. And I'll probably end up with a bunch of decal sheets because I'm a decal-holic, and like Mike, tools and then books that I didn't know I needed.
But Nani, you're not going to have time to go shopping. But what are you going to send? What are you going to send TJ and I out to look for you?
I'm going to do all my kills on Wednesday, so even before the vendor room opens, I think, to the public. But I was just looking at the list, and I think I'm echoing everybody here. Books, David Doyle's going to be there. Casemate, so that's great references right there for us armor pukes. UMM tools, unbelievable. I think I need a Rosie the Riveter and any other weird thing that he designed and had produced. His scale scribers, the best ever, because they push and pull. What else? And then kit wise, I'll be honest, I'm looking for some airplanes. I think I'm bitten by the Top Gun bug. After
72nd scale, come to the light.
No, I'm thinking 48th. I have Steve Baker's taking care of me. He's got me an F-16. So the first jet after Nats is a Greek F-16 with conformal fuel tanks.
Oh, those are
all
great
beat
looking.
up. And then I want to do a Tomcat, really weathered as well. So I'm going to be on the lookout for Tamiya's Tomcat. And I'll probably consult the geeks because I have no idea what the hell I'm buying in terms of aftermarket. So they're going to point me hopefully in the right direction. I can compensate with copious amounts of alcohol.
Hey, not a problem.
Well, Grant, what are you going to be looking for?
I think everybody mentioned it. I'm looking for reference picture or reference books, definitely for sure. Tools, UMM, definitely. I'm really looking forward just to taking pictures. This is my first nationals with the Posse, so this is kind of a new thing for me. So it's going to be great. So I'm just going to take pictures of everybody and everything, and I just want to come back with 1,000 pictures on my phone and on my camera, and I just want to be able to, remember this is the first one that's went with the Posse and stuff like that. So that's what I want.
Good luck surviving.
Yeah,
This is a good question here. I'm going to let Mojo and the Geeks answer this first before we do. But are any of you guys going to be doing live streams or videos from the show?
We're going to try. And, sometimes we have these great plans, but we get so wrapped up in the conversations and the looking and visiting that, oh crap, we didn't ever film any video.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we had a great time. So,
Darren, what about you guys?
Well, we've got, we're doing the seminar. Scott's kind of heading up the seminar on painting U.S. Navy tactical paint schemes. And we're looking right now trying to do a live shot during that seminar. Other than that, I think Frillo can back me up on this. We're just going to be doing some live stuff, walking around the vendor room, through the contest room.
Yeah, talk to as many people as we can, like Edward, UMM, John Votek, those guys, and just been near here for a little bit.
Can you all, when you live stream that, can you record it and upload it to YouTube later for the folks that don't make it?
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, that's our plan. We were going to do that at some point during the day that we did. We were going to upload them.
Yeah, we can put them up straight over to Facebook onto the Geeks page or to YouTube, either or both.
And then from the UK division, we have our gimbal crossing the Atlantic to be used to the show, right, Ivan?
Yeah, it's in the hand luggage.
It's been packed for 6 months.
It honestly hasn't been out of its case since.
Forgot how to use it.
You better charge that thing.
It's still charged. It still has charge in it.
Wow.
JB, you made me buy this after Vegas.
Oh, that's the DJI
gimbal
one too. That's good gimbal.
Yeah. That was all JB's fault. He spent that money for me.
Yeah.
You guys are all going to want out there listening. You guys are all going to want to keep an eye out for Ivan's blog about how to correctly pack a hairdryer for intercontinental travel.
I can confirm no hairdryer was packed.
Yeah, because we don't have them in the States over here at all.
Yeah,
they're nowhere here.
I have one of the dry lacquers you can use.
I even bought a power bank because I forgot you had electricity.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing I want to know. According to Scott Hackney, they've just built a Hooters right next to the convention center. Will we be able to get Ivan out of the Hooters at any point?
Well, they may have the winter team working.
That place is not going to know what hit it.
He just needs a green card, man. That's all we need.
Well, he's already he's earning his passport. He's living out here in Colorado. I'm actually sitting in his apartment right now.
He's dating some Japanese artist.
Those waitresses are going to be like, these guys have been here for 9 hours and will not leave.
From New York.
Ivan, give us your best American accent.
Yes, come on. We want some water.
Order a glass of water, please.
We need some water.
Right. Just talk for a minute while I have a sip of water.
Well, Ivan, I want you to know that women in the United States love the British accent. So you're going to be one step up to begin with.
That's helpful to know. Anyway, excuse me, sir. Can I please have a glass of water?
Oh, nice.
I prefer Gordon Ramsay, but that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'd
is
love to.
excellent.
I'd love to do it now, but it's too colourful.
So, does anybody have, other than sounds like the Edward F4F-3s, anybody else have any intel on new kits that might be released at NATS?
Well,
Kinetic's going to be there. Do they have some brand new stuff, geeks?
They got that new early block F16 coming out. But
That's
I don't
what
know
I
if
thought.
it's going to be. I don't know if they'll have it at the Nats.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I don't think it's going to be ready for the Nats. That's really the only new release I think I've seen come out Kinetic here, and
Yeah.
in short order anyway.
You know, I wish they would update their freaking website because they don't give you color painting instructions because they tell you, oh, go to our website. You could download color images all day long of the paint guides. And you go on there and they still don't have them uploaded. And it's like, come on, guys. It take you 35 seconds to scan a picture and load it up to your website.
Mike, are you going to do a Canadian accent for Evan?
That kit has great scratch building potential.
A.
Looks like Luftram says Kinetic might be doing an F-16, so that would fall right into place.
We'll have to see what some of there's a couple distributors there. Maybe they'll have some representation of the stuff that the manufacturers themselves aren't there.
What's the 3D printing company?
Vargas?
Vargas. I'll be interested. Stuff just shows up from them. You never know. So I'll be interested to look at their tables closely.
And we'll have some 3D prints as well at the Posse table in terms of busts. Oh boy. Thank you. We're gonna go back out. God damn it, Scott.
Okay, Scott, you owe him a beer for that.
I'm gonna get Scott plowed on Diet Cokes. Every 20 minutes.
I owe JB about 3 cases of beer. That's funny. It's, another one's not going to hurt. Who's bringing the cases of the beer that you guys talk about, Mike and Dave, with the Tamiya copied case on it? I think Darren, you were rocking some. Oh, Darren.
Yeah, the Three Floyds.
Yeah,
Three
the
Floyds.
Three Floyds. Yeah.
Well, most of what we're bringing is Gumball Head, but we will have at least some Barbarian Haze, which is the one in the Tamiya box, and maybe some Space Cadet, which is the one in the Revell box.
Thought you were describing you for a second.
Hey,
The B&Ms over there are so cool and have such cool boxes. Like over here, it's like Newcastle Brown sewer piss. It's like
no, this is good. You're British. You wouldn't know good beer if it slapped you in the.
Especially not me.
Well, we're definitely doing a Walmart run when we get in there. I think that's going to be needed for some snacks and beverages. So it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There are rumors that Ivan might be sporting, some various types of, clothing and outfits.
There are so many gifts for Ivan when he arrives.
See, I'll tell my brother this in the garden before I was like, I'm excited, but I'm concerned.
I'm going to see if he shows up in a kilt.
He's going to these weekend them. No, Ivan, we're going to get you kitted out in proper American gear and, snacks as well. Beef jerky, Big League Chew, hot tamales.
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim. Yeah.
Hey, George, what day is that going to be on? The pregame?
I think Tamiya's picking up the tab, right?
I think that's what George is saying.
Well, Embassy Suites has a happy hour, a free happy hour every night from like 5 to 7.
Wow.
They probably won't have it again after Wednesday until Monday.
It was hilarious. When I went in 2017, they had this happy hour every night from 5 to 7, beer and wine, all you could drink. And the number of Canadians that showed up in 2017 was a pretty good number. I have never seen more horrified hotel workers in my life because, and it was crappy beer. It was American mass market beer. And the Canadians were drinking this stuff like it was water. It was amazing.
So I have a question real quick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Grant. Yep.
Who besides me here this is their first nationals at Omaha?
Me.
At Omaha for
Me.
just about all of us.
Okay, so I'm not alone in this. Everybody's been. I've been hearing such great. Your third one. I've been hearing such great stories from JB and everybody else. So was wondering I won't be the only one walking around crazy like.
You'll be walking around with your mouth open, slack jawed.
That's normal.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
So let's go back to the happy hour. I hear that there's a pretty good happy hour in the Mojo Dojo. Is there any truth to that?
That's legendary.
We are trying to prevent this from turning into the Rolling Stones at Altamont. So I will neither confirm nor deny that there might be adult beverages in the Mojo Dojo.
Or the Who in Indiana or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their happy hour starts about 1 a.m. Follow the groupies.
Mike, last time, and correct me if I'm wrong, every night ended between 1 and 2 in the morning in Vegas.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll bet you don't.
It was I think it was Friday night. Whitey and I in Vegas went out to, we were at the Luxor Hotel, and we were down in the casino, and we were just hanging out, drinking beers, just BS with people. Next thing we know, happened to look down our watch, and it said 8 o'clock, and we were like, "Holy shit, man! It's 8 o'clock in the morning!" And we stayed up all night drinking and everything. So we went back to the room and got 3 hours of sleep. And Scott was texting us, "Hey guys, where are you? We're leaving, to go to." We were out, man.
Yeah, but Scott goes to bed 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah, he does. He said he wasn't going to be doing that this time, so we'll see.
John, what's on tap for seminars and things like that you think are going to be pretty awesome?
Well, I think obviously the Geeks one, that's going to be great. Looking forward to that. Grant's got one on hillbilly armor, which should be fun. Let's see. TJ and Ivan and I are triple teaming 2 seminars on armor, weathering, and finishing, and anything and everything about armor for that matter. And then I encourage people to go to the IPMS seminars and meetings as well. I think it's really important, if you're interested in the organization, if you want to learn more about it, who runs it, please go to those meetings. They might be a little dry, but it'll give you some context and, more understanding of how the organization is and how to help out if you'd like. Please never turn someone down.
Please don't bring rotten fruit.
Well, we have garbage bags to protect ourselves.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's like the scene out of the Blues Brothers. We're all behind that chicken wire.
Well, in Texas, maybe we should work it out. We get a dunk tank for the parking lot, and you can donate money to a charity, and you can throw balls at us. Or there's a pie in the face contest as well.
I want to see Dave Mike sing "Stand by Your Man."
We could sell tickets and do the tortilla slap. What do you think? You get people.
You guys would make millions.
We need to do that right in the contest hall.
That'd be hysterical.
So, JB, is it you or me that's going to tell Dave Lockhart he volunteered for a dunk tank in Texas?
We can tag team it. That's fine by me. I think you'd enjoy it. We're going to get you up there.
Oh, hell no.
You're the pie in the face candidate. You got a great face.
Dude, you spend half the summer in a pool anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You own a pool. You're comfortable by the water. You're basically Aquaman.
But I got to have my little floaty and the beer.
Little floaty. Oh man. All right. Well, JB, is it still too late for folks to sign up to volunteer? help
No,
out?
not at all. There is the contact information's on the website, or you know what? You don't even need to do that when you
You
show up to the
show
show. Yeah, just show up, ask the front. When you check in for registration, they'll point you in the right direction for volunteering. There's always someone needed, whether it's watching a table, watching a door, helping, load, unload, move stuff, take care of people. Always, always, always someone needed for volunteering. So if you have some time to dedicate to the convention, we'd certainly love to have you. And I know Scott's crew would too.
Yep, absolutely.
And I've seen some folks in the comment section say it's their first one ever. A couple went by, and I want to say that in the back of my mind, when we got to Las Vegas, I was a little concerned David oversold it, especially to TJ. But I think it all worked out.
TJ, did I oversell it at all?
Hell no. I had a blast.
Your first nationals is always one that you'll remember because you've never seen anything like that before. And mine was 85 in Indy, and I remember it like it was yesterday because of the fact that it was just, I'd never seen anything like it before in my life. Back then they had not only a banquet, they had a guest speaker. It was Hugh Mills that time, the helicopter pilot from Vietnam. I mean, it just amazing. You for those of you it's your first time, I swear to you, you won't regret it.
Well, last year was my first time, and I'd echo that. Vegas was a blast, and Vegas wasn't in some ways a representative Nats because of our good friend COVID, but it was still unbelievably awesome. It was a great time. Great
Yeah,
time.
it was.
And the guys
my
out there
first as well. So
the guys out there did a really great job and took on, holding a convention post COVID or kind of mid COVID, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes some real guts for a show chairman, and those guys just did a great job. Oh, that's a good question, Mark. You asked JB if IPMS offers judging seminars. There's a seminar that IPMS puts on at every convention called What Judges Look For. That is really fantastic to show you what IPMS judges and how they judge it. And then if you're really inspired, you can sign up for OJT, on the job training for a judge, where you'll get paired with a judging team for actual judging, and you can actually go along with them and watch how a category is judged. I highly recommend What Judges Look For.
Awesome. Well, let's start to wrap this up. TJ's got to get to bed, and Ivan's got to get off to the airport. More importantly,
Yeah.
So, Mike and Dave, final shots. Just anything that you're looking forward to. Just
seeing all you guys and all the listeners. I mean, like I said earlier, it's going to be a different, not entirely different, because we've seen some people tell us they're going to be there again. But there's going to be a bunch of people from our part of the country, Midwest, East Coast, that didn't come to Las Vegas, who've never met before. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. So other than that, whatever happens. I'll buy something. I'll enter my models. It's just going to be a blast hanging out and talking to everybody. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Hey, remember that motto: what happens in Omaha stays in Omaha.
even the stuff that happens in the Mojo Dojo,
especially the stuff that happens in the Mojo Dojo.
Exactly.
All right, Ivan, what are you looking forward to the most?
The social, no doubt. If I didn't know all you guys and other people who aren't on the show right now, I wouldn't be attending. Simple as that. It's the social, it's the people. Yeah. The having a model show is a bonus, but you know you lot, without a doubt.
Yep, absolutely. That's truer words have never been spoken.
Robbie. You can't take him anywhere, man. TJ, what are you looking forward to the most?
Just hang out with you guys. This is my vacation, so This is I've been looking forward to it all year. I can't wait.
Frildo?
You know, it's like echoing what everybody else says. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again and seeing some models on the tables that would, you know, like going to motivate me to do something. You know, see something on the table that motivates you to build. You know, give your own crack at it. So, yeah, it's like seeing what's going to be out there because, like, you know, like it was mentioned earlier, you know, we're still coming off the whole COVID thing where people were shunned to their basements for like almost 2 years. So we're still going to, you know, people didn't make, like you said, you know, people didn't make it last time that are going to be out there this time. So should be a big turnout.
Yeah, I think it'll be great for sure. Grant, what about you?
What everybody said. I'm just really anxious that like Ivan said, the model show is just a plus. Meeting everybody, seeing everybody again, introducing myself to new people, meeting you guys, some of you guys for the very first time, most, you know, but it's going to be great. And I just can't wait.
Doug, what about you?
Same thing. Seeing everybody, meeting new people that we've gotten to know over the last 2 years through the podcast and all the socials. The On the Bench guys are coming up. Meeting them is going to be great. Yeah. And I just want to apologize right now because I'm horrible with the memory, remembering names and stuff. So even if you met me last year, if I look at you funny when you introduce yourselves, come say hi. I'm sorry. That's just how my mind doesn't work. So
yeah, I'm the same way.
Darren, I'm looking forward to seeing Scott's Kitty Hawk flanker in person. But what are you looking forward to, man? He beat the Kitty Hawk kit. So.
Yeah, he did beat a Kitty Hawk. It's gorgeous too. It really is. You know, it's the general consensus. I think here is the camaraderie and the people. You know, I go back to Las Vegas. That was my first nationals, and I want to go back to that breakfast where we all sat down there at the hotel and really met face to face for the first time. We'd done a Zoom and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But within the first 15 minutes, it was friends that we were all friends instantaneously. And it's like that with the listeners too. There's a connection there. And I really enjoy, that's why we do this, you know, is for, to meet new people and to help promote the hobby and talk about the hobby. And I think that's probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most is getting out there and shaking hands and getting inspired by other people's work, you know, and looking to see what they've done. That's huge. So those are the things I'm really looking forward to. And maybe another set of decals. We'll see.
There you go.
JB, take us home, brother.
All right. Well, I think it's just echoing everybody else. And the only thing I have to say is safe travels, everyone. You know, no need to speed. Take your time. The kits aren't going anywhere. Well, except when Ivan walks in, he's going to spend all his funny money. But in all seriousness, safe travels. We will see you there. There is no rush. Wednesday to Saturday, 4 days of model nirvana, and simply can't wait. And Ivan, I feel like we're all going to go to sleep and you're going to land here in the United States and it's going to be amazing. So I guess my parting question to Ivan is when are your feet dry in the United States? When do you land?
It should be 20 to 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
All going well.
Okay.
So plenty of time in the first day to do all the tourism stuff.
So now where are you landing first in the U.S.?
Dulles in DC.
Okay, so I need to call Dulles Customs and report a smuggler.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm
You'll enjoy the cavity search. Trust me.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
He's already going to have a hard enough time. It's Dulles.
Yeah, that's true.
It's absolutely the worst.
That's enough punishment for anybody, but I'm not sure Dulles is the worst. Hartsfield or O'Hare,
O'Hare,
just as bad.
I hear Denver's pretty fun.
Oh, Denver's nice, man.
Denver's just huge.
Denver's great as long as you can dodge the tornadoes.
Yeah, because the airport's in Kansas.
Yeah.
My wife just retired from Southwest. She hated flying through Denver because there was always a storm cell directly over the dang airport all the time.
Well, everybody out there, one thing I just want to echo for everybody here. Appreciate you joining us tonight. But be safe, like everybody said, and come say hi to us. Make sure you come up and talk to Darren's crew at ModelGeeks. Come see the Mojo guys. Come talk to us at the Posse. Just come say hi to us. We'd love to talk to you. We're dying to see the group build displays for the geeks, for the A4s, and for the Sherman, Lee, and Grant displays that we're doing. We're completely stoked to see what that's like. So come by and see us, say hi. It's going to be a blast. Can't wait to see everybody there. And just wish it was here already. I guess it'll be before we know it. So.
That Mike texted me this morning. Man, I wish we were leaving tomorrow.
Yep. All right, everybody that joined us tonight, thank you very much. We're gonna the Posse will go ahead. We'll drop this in the normal slot for our podcast. I know everybody, especially international, couldn't join us tonight. It was kind of late. And then if you guys want to listen to this later on, maybe while you're traveling, you can. In the meantime, we'll be doing lots of live streaming. Keep an eye on all of our different podcasts on our Facebook pages and our social media outlets. And we'll collectively as a group try to do our best to bring the flavor of nationals to you if you can't come and be there with us.
Yep.
Here.
Take it easy, guys.
Yep.
Yep.
Be safe.
All right.
Safe travel.
Good night.
See you guys next week.